live on a Monday, mundane. Another mundane. No, it's President's Day. They're having a freaking President's Day sale at Mattress Warehouse, furniture outlets. No financing. Do you ever notice that? It is a pattern. Why do they choose on this day? They do that at the weirdest times. Do you ever notice the advertising of freaking furniture and fucking mattresses? It isn't a thing that you just randomly buy. It's like a you need to buy thing. But a mattress is supposed to last for fucking years. Furniture too. So they're like they just try to encourage you to buy furniture at a certain part of your life. It's like that push of TVs at Thanksgiving. Who said we needed a TV at Thanksgiving? Really? Marketing. We're gonna break this. Really? Hey, who am I? I am the virus within the matrix. I am the High Priestess Phoenix. I am your spiritual healer, teacher, shaman, seer, oracle, lightworker, starseed, earth angel, mystic, medium, psychic, witch, yogi, guru, evangelist, North American Sybil. I am your messenger god, the first child of God, the Lilith reincarnated. In order to keep up with me, you had to see what I post on my community page, my latest live video, and anything in my shorts. It is a new week, so I'm going to give you a weekly reading. I'm going to pull out some tarot and throw an oracle on that bitch. Throw some D's on that bitch. Really? She wants the... Oh, God. I like the next card better. This is such a ride. It's like ups and downs, like a roller coaster. It's Monday. I'm not surprised. Gosh, it doesn't even matter. So Napoleon Dynamite at this moment. Really? Dynamite. What does that mean? Well, on a Monday, we're in our moon energy. Tomorrow's a big day. We've been preparing and training for tomorrow, so we've got just today for today. Today is Monday, so we deal with our mind and our emotions. In the moon, it talks about your intuition and your shadows, which in essence is let's deal with our little broken thoughts and heart and feelings. Really? I'm going to hang out with the inner child today, which is what? The conscious mind, and check in and let it pour out how it's feeling. Mine is very sexual. Really? Yeah. Started to wonder where this is all coming from, but it has to do with the new year and the new me. And that's, I'm like, where is all this coming from? But there's a lot of displeasure in this whole thing. I'm very angry. I was thinking about that today. I'm just like, I wasn't thinking. It's projecting inside of me. I can see it coming outside of me, which is what? This sexual frustration. Really? It's not like I want to get laid. I just keep thinking about men and how fucking unsatisfying they are. Really? I've had some poor experiences. I need to change my mind. That's all I need to say about that. Realistically, it is the next part of my healing. I couldn't face it because I had so much other areas of my life to heal before I could get into this place. That's what I said. If God doesn't strap me down with a man, then dude, I'm going feral on this ass. Really? I am 43 years old and have wasted my whole life with no... I haven't wasted it. No such thing as waste. I'm just saying, bro. Going back to that fucking 50-year-old woman who was celibate her whole fucking life in the name of God. And then she fucking walked away and became an elderly fucking escort and had sex with over 2,000 men. Hey, bro, she's going to heaven. There's nothing worse than the place we are now. She managed to get out of her own hell and enjoy bliss and fucking stuff in this life. She wasn't hurting nobody. It was their choice to come and have a great time. She just wanted to have a great time. And that goes back to that Fight Club moment where the lady's like, she's dying from leukemia or something. And she's making this last plea for someone to have sex with her before she dies. She wants to experience the closeness and the bliss. She wants this one more time. I'd like to have it just one, maybe more than once, but one time. Realistically, I want what everyone else has experienced. Really? Yeah. So I noticed I'm getting angry. I saw myself today. I was like, we're going to start a feminine act or a feminism act and walk around with dildos because at least they do the job. Really? I'm serious, you dildos. I'm kind of man-hating right now. What is it? We work our whole lives to fucking be pleasing to you bitches. Excuse me. And you don't do shit. Most of you don't even actually work. You do realize that my celebrity trash and bash over there, none of them are actually employed, right? They don't have jobs. They don't have structure. They don't have responsibility. They don't have timetables. They don't have an actual setting in reality. Really? Something simplistic. How many women are so disappointed with the men they get, only for this guy to fucking turn around and go try to find another chick? Bitch, I could have been riding your fucking brother, your best friend, and your daddy, and I'm over here fucking playing games with your bitch ass. Realistically, I'd like to meet your brother. I bet he's cool like you. You guys grew up the same, so he might be the cooler version of you. And realistically, it comes down from where? Who taught you? Let me meet the archetype of this bullshit. Why are we playing with the middleman or the little man? Really? I'm being ugly. But that's the moon, and that's what's inside of my inner child. Why? It's girls gone wild, and I'm like disgusted with my options. Really? In essence, I don't have any. I'm pretty sure some of that's going to come up in our forecast. Really? If not, it's going to come up in our tarot. Did you hear me shuffling? I'm going to keep shuffling. Why? Because we're doing the Cupid shuffle. Really? I looked at freaking, you got to understand what's happening. I spent a year projecting on Wolfman about his Knight of Wands, you know what I mean, energy, only to turn around and have full understanding, respect that that is my energy given to me by God. I am the actual archetype of that motherfucking energy. And it's like, the Freedom Act. The Knight of Wands is the Freedom Act, and they always said it was a Sagittarius. That makes sense. That makes sense. But why are you trying to be a Sagittarius then? Because you sure the fuck ain't the Emperor. Anyways, I'm talking shit. Really? I told you why. At least I know what's wrong with me. Is it an easy fix? It could be if I didn't have an ego, if I didn't have pride. If I didn't have a sense of fucking pride and honor, I could go ahead and take care of this. Queen of Swords is at the bottom. I could take care of this right now. Hey, you. What'd it do? I need you to teach me some stuff about sex. Really? I don't know. It's got to be better than what I've been through. It's not really like you could fail me. I've had nothing but failures. All right. I'm sure every person I've ever had sex with that may have thought they made me have an orgasm is really upset right now. But that was the past, people. Maybe you did. Maybe you did, but I have no memory. So if I can't remember it, then it never happened for me. You can run around telling everybody how you were able to freaking please me, but I don't have no memory of it. Those are the memories that are in my head. So I fell out. The fucking 8 of fucking cups. Stale ass cups. All right, week of 16, February 16th. But you were so full of love and light. Yeah, that was God's energy on a Sunday. This is my energy on a moon day. Don't fuck with the goddess. Monday could be a bit of a grind, and people may lash out without meaning without meaning it early in the day. I didn't say it, but I don't want you to freaking sit there and shove fucking limp meat in my fucking pussy. Really? I'm getting this image of it. I'm really upset. Really? I'm seeing it as it's nearly, I don't know what I've experienced that I can't visualize a hard dick. And I'm getting mad about this shit in my head. Really? Some kind of shadow. As coming to the surface. Really? Damn, girl, what's wrong with you? I don't know. It's my inner child. I'm working with it. It's a shadow part of me. A part of me that I deny, that I hide. Oh, it's coming out, and it apparently wants a hard dick. At least I can be honest about my needs and wants and desires. I can be honest about my feelings. I can wake up in the morning and say some shit like this. I can be true. Really? It's true. I feel let down by by the whole situation, to be honest. I can see myself as a child. You don't want to know what I see. Please don't make me. Somebody might get their feelings hurt. I was about to make a dirty song in the sense of, I'm pretty sure, hey, Milia, what's the fucking lyrics to Nicki Minaj's song? That one I told you to stop singing? Fucking something. That's what I'm seeing. Okay, as soon as I start saying it, she's going to start singing it. It's like, I just want to grab it and touch it. And she... I knew she was going to say it. She's been singing those songs since she's been singing that song since the song came out, bro. In my back seat. Really? Very cringe when I was running from a dick, but now I feel it. Or I'd like to. Just pull your pants down. I just want to check this out. Can I touch it? I have a lot of questions. Really? Seriously. Anyways, moving on. May lash out in sorry. People may lash out without meaning it early in the day. Luckily, a cheerier energy is unleashed by the afternoon, and any previous what the fuck is that word? Contra temps? Europeans. Will be smoothed over and forgotten with a quick chat or some witty, good-humored banter. Oh, you're going to make a joke of this? You think it's funny? It's funny? It's funny? My sex life is not funny. Let's talk about yours, funny guy. Okay. What is coming out of you? It's what's not going in. Just kidding. Tuesday is a jam-packed day. It hosts the new moon, solar eclipse in Aquarius, Lunar New Year, Mardi Gras, fucking A, and the start of Ramadan. Not to mention our 40-day fast and everything else. Holy moly, I didn't know all that was in there. I left out a couple of exciting fucking points of tomorrow. Really? Tomorrow is the day. Wow. Let me just sit on that for a second. Say it again. You're going to have a new moon solar eclipse. All right? In Aquarius. Aquarius. That's amazing. The Lunar New Year, Mardi Gras, and the start of Ramadan. What is Ramadan? With an eclipse forming a square to Uranus, there may be a lot of skittish, anxious energy. Tomorrow's going to be a rough one. Duh. The Ring of Fire? Duh. Do not overreact to things, or if something triggers you, try to what is this word? Whatever. Yourself from the situation before, oh God, we're going to be triggered. Responding, or you could cause irreplaceable damage. Oh, stay away from me, bro. I'm going to fucking hurt you. Really? With what? My words. Just stay the fuck away from me. Really? Don't get hurt, bro. Don't get hurt. Don't get your fucking feelings hurt fucking with me, because you don't have the ability to understand or fucking forgive. Irreplaceable damage. Stay away from me. Just stay away from me if you don't want to get hurt. Who's getting irreplaceably damaged? Not me. Not me. Not me. This is to you. Don't overreact to things. And if I trigger you, then exit the situation before responding, or you could do irreparable damage. One fucking word out of your mouth is going to get you cut out of my fucking life. You better fucking be careful fucking with me. You better be careful, bro. Realistically, I'm not going to be damaged by this. You are. Whatever this is. Don't you come at me on my holiday on some bullshit. Get your fucking feelings hurt because you think you're something you're not in my life. You guys really... You're very possessive, but you have no power or no place. I am not exclusive to anyone, and especially someone that's not exclusive to me. You have no rights to me. I am a free spirit, and I can come and go as I please. If I didn't have a sense of pride, then I could jump on you and walk into your, take a shower and walk into your boys' room too. Realistically, you don't own me. You don't control me. You don't manipulate me. You don't get nothing out of me. You better watch this. I could see this already. Don't you come fucking with my holiday on some, you want to be hurt on some bullshit that I said. Bitch, I said it. I'm saying it right now. Stay the fuck away from me tomorrow. It's my holiday. Shit, take your bitch ass to your mundane work. Go back to your bullshit ass life. I'll see you on a Wednesday. Really? On God? On God, you're gonna get your feelings hurt. It says right here. It says right here, bitch, don't fuck with a bitch tomorrow. You probably shouldn't fuck with a bitch today. You heard the call for some dick and you want to come fuck with me tomorrow. That's today. I'll work through that today. Really? Yup. And I'll solve my own problems. You're not my answer. You're the problem. Was if you were somebody that I fucked and wasn't satisfied, you are exactly what I don't need. Wednesday is the first day of Lent in the Catholic tradition. Okay, so maybe we're supposed to start it on Wednesday, where practitioners give up something until Easter to show their devotion. Bro, you're going to give up your fucking manhood or something. Just kidding. Seriously? I mean, all of you with all those sex addictions and shit, could you possibly stop for fucking 40 days? Can you stop rubbing yourself and putting that shit in your face? Bro, I was listening to this shit. It's like, how many times a day do you think fucking men masturbate in jail? And I want to point out there's no women in there cleaning down the walls or anything. These guys will do it in blankets and sheets, on toilet seats. They don't wipe down shit, bro. That place is covered in man cum. How many times a day you think they do it? Because there ain't shit else to do. That's y'all, bro. You're grown ass men. Want to run to the bathroom and please your fucking selves. Realistically, bro, I'd rather go find me a man. It takes a little bit more work, but Jesus. Really? I'm just saying, some of you need to give that up. Fucking chronic masturbators. Really? You know who the fuck you are. Fucking sickos all fucking day watching fucking porn and fucking TikTok hoes and Instagram hoes and all this just until you can get a rise, and then you go over and to yourself. To yourself. You're making love to yourself, loser. To the imagination of somebody that would never touch you. But you're over there swearing in your imagination that they would ever let you do such foul things to them. That's how sick you are. You're devout of what love is. Really? There's a nasty Night of Wands energy around us. I guess it's built up blue balls from Valentine's Day. I'm not going to deny that I'm in the energy, but in the essence, it's like, some of you need to give that up for till Easter and see if you feel any better when Jesus is hanging on the cross looking down at you. This would be an excellent time to simply give yourself to your community and to those you love. Compassionate Venus and empathetic Mercury are overflowing with goodwill, so even a small gesture of kindness could spark a transformation for someone in need. That's what we're supposed to do, is be offering, stop taking and start offering. That's what the whole time about is. Really? Giving. Some of them are twisted. They believe that if I give, I shall receive. And that's the whole point of it. You know what I mean? But when it comes to, services and stuff like that, you're like, I don't want to say something foul. Thursday is a glorious, productive, filled with a sense of purpose and inspiration. Friday, however, sees a rare conjunction between Saturn and Neptune, which last took place in 1989. Remember, I got that book from 1989. In this aspect, Neptune is likes to dissolve Saturn's rigid boundaries, which can lead to feelings of invasion or liberation, depending on your point of view. There is likely to be a lot of confusion on this day, and much of it may come from external sources out of your control, such from geopolitical events. How can they say that? Because they know where the energy is coming from. Really? It goes back to the tree of life. They said Saturn, which is the thrones, and they said Neptune, right, which is the chokma, which is the cherubim. They rule over certain parts of humanity. If anything, I would have said this was, you know what I mean? What did they say? Some Mars and shit. They knew that this planet affects certain collectives. So like the dominions and stuff, like the dominations and stuff, they certain parts rule over governments, nations, certain areas of life. So when that energy is pushed on us, and that's where it says, listen to this, geo, right? Political events. They know that on Friday some shit's gonna pop off. Well, we could know that anyways, because after the freaking ring of fire, some shit's gonna pop off. But they know it based on the energy from that planet, because when those planets align, they've studied it. They've studied, you know what I mean, the astrology, but the spirituality of what this planet does when it gets in this position. People act a certain way, just like on a full moon. So on this, it's going to collect, you know what I mean, it's going to hit. Geo would be same as global political events. Or geo could also mean, you know what I mean, locational, isolated. I don't think so. I just find that interesting. It's like, how could they possibly predict that? Because that planet, according to the tree of life, rules over that area of life. So if it's moving in and it's pointing at us, then it's pointing at this area of our lives. Collectively, the whole planet is affected, not just an individual. Really? That's why we watch them. That's why I'm a leader in planetary. What is that? My new book, Leader of Planetary some shit. Right? Yeah. All right. You will need to tap into both instinct and intellect to navigate these murky waters. If you do, you could free yourself from the chains that bind you. That's on a Friday, typically. I don't believe it. I'm so over believing you guys are going to walk away from your lives. Can I please get a new view? I really wish I could see past these lame ass twin flames. When I look into the crowd, I just see them. I'm like, get out of my face, you fucking hopeless piece of space. I know there's people behind you that are better than you that are walking away. Dude, that dude at the fucking dispensary. You know what I mean? There's people. I know they're out there. You're not one of them because you're holding on. Such a scary bitch. Oh, my twin flames are the fucking most unhealed, scary little bitches I ever saw. Mary had a couple bitches. Jesus called them lambs. Really? I mean, seriously, how dumb, ignorant, stubborn, pathetic do you have to be to see this? I've been telling, here goes Lewis. What a fucking loser. He still has the best intentions. Oh, this is going to be a great year. All right, idiot. That's delusional. You're psychotic, bro. Like, literally. And that's just as psychotic as looking at Wolfman. I'm gonna get back on my bike. I'm gonna travel the world. Here comes fucking Russ with his next big, you know what I mean, anthem. I'm selling out stadiums. Jesus Christ almighty. To everyone else, you could free yourself from the chains that bind you, leading to an awakening and feeling of freedom rarely experienced. I do this every Friday. They say that this is an ideal time that could hit you guys. I'm hopeful for you. I don't believe any of these losers are going to get a life or walk away from theirs. You can't get a life until you leave your life, losers. You're so busy trying to create some life so that you could show it off to your mommy or your friends or your girlfriends. You don't want to live the glorious life that God has for you. You want to go show him, Lucifer, that you can do it by yourself. But realistically, you're no good at anything but what God made you for. That's why you're competing so badly, because you were never meant for such things. I don't want to waste another year looking at you. I'd rather go blind. I'm trying to find my words to pray for this without praying exactly what I don't want into my future. I want to see the glory of God's awakening upon the people in the 3D. I want to see the glory of God's awakening upon the people in the 3D. I want to see the glory of God's awakening upon the people in the 3D. I know what I want, and that's what it is. Don't tell the universe what you don't want. Tell them what you do want. I want to see this working in people's lives. I want to see your works in other people's lives. I show them that you work in mine, but can you please show me that you work in theirs? That's what I'm asking for. Okay, weekend outlook. Saturday is an energetic day that is great for exercise and sports, while Sunday is all about love. If you're single, don't miss this opportunity to search for amor or schedule a date. See, I'd have to apply myself to this. Realistically, I don't know. Maybe there's somebody out there I want to hang out with. It's just a date. Tip for a 5-star weekend. Since the beginning of 2026, a lot of massive, I don't believe I can do what I always do on this day. This isn't a typical New Year's. I'm not going to be able to go up the mountain like I typically do. Why? I can see this already, going back to the energy. I'd planned to go up to to Blackhawk and celebrate it there. But I'm looking at it now, it's like, nope. Tip for a 5-star week. Since the beginning of 2026, a lot of massive change has been happening all at once, astrologically speaking. Allow yourself to go with the flow and relax into these shifts instead of rigidly holding on to old ways of doing things. Here's the difference between, this is how you know if you're at the top of the wheel or at the bottom. Does this speak of you? Since the beginning of January, has it been nonstop change, fluctuation, and inconsistencies? Or has everything just been going your way and you're going exactly, everything is going as planned? Well, then you're at the bottom. You're pushing your own way through hell. You are literally still where you are, doing what you did, and everything is the same. You are not part of this astronomical shift that is happening for the rest of us. Hey, if you guys are going through change, I'm excited for you because there's a bunch of losers that aren't experiencing it and they're stuck in their lives. They're stuck with their wives, their jobs, their food, their fucking thoughts and their future. They're going nowhere. There's no change, no fluctuation. They're literally going nowhere. They're going in a circle. They're not changing. For the rest of us that have been experiencing this since January, and you know my story, we're on the right path. Really? They're literally digging up the dirt to put our new foundation. These guys are just paying for their place and paying for their room and board in hell. I want to point that out to you. Really? For those of us that, and we've been teaching it, is going with the flow, relaxing into these shifts. They're not. That's why I said, get them out of my face. The people that are just holding on to their little space in time. Bro, stupid. It's like I'm going down with my crew. You're the only one going down with this shit, bro. You're the only one going down with this sickness. You are holding on too tight. And that just means you don't believe in God. Ultimately, nah, bro. Anybody that's working that hard to hold on to a life that doesn't bring them happiness deserves to be in hell. He's doing everything to get you out of the very things that are bringing you discomfort. And you're holding on to him, and you will do anything. You'll lie, you'll cheat, you'll steal, you'll go behind anyone's back to hold on to the very thing that he's trying to take out of your life. He has tried to break you out of hell. You want to stay in these places of unhappiness. That's all it is. You choose an unhappy lifestyle and you will not walk away out of your own free will. And why? Because of pride. What would people say if I started over? If you don't, then you're just going to end up dying in this shithole you call your life. You're going to keep paying that mortgage for the rest. You paid a 30-year mortgage. Like, how many years are you into this shithole? And the house is falling apart, isn't it? You're how long into your relationship and you're unhappy? And you plan to be with this person until death do you part? What a shithole you are. Really? You're at a job that doesn't respect you that any fucking teenager could do. And you have no self-respect or no ability to learn a new skill and go do something that's worthwhile. Instead, you do it for a dollar amount. You sacrifice your integrity, your creativity, your flow of energy, your expression of life that comes with a smile to live nothing. Hey, how you doing today, Barney Rubble? Fred Flintstone, do they got you digging in the dirt? Does your job honor President's Day? You don't get to be at home with your kids and your wife? Are you out there digging in the dirt? How much is it? Are they paying you an hour, Joe Dirt? To waste your life away digging holes and digging ditches in hell. No, that's what Bobby does. He does some stupid shit.
Well, he's like
I don't know what he does. He's told me a million times. I really didn't care the first time. He does something that has to do with foundations of big buildings and shit. He digs in the dirt, bro. He's in a fucking grave every morning. Every fucking morning he wakes up to dig in dirt.
Dude, the people who
Joe Dirt.
Bones, they're known for licking those to see if they're human or not.
Yeah, he's licking the dirt.
So
and that's prideful to him. Why? Because as long as everyone's happy, as long as everybody's happy, he doesn't mind sitting in the dirt, sitting in his own grave until he dies. Really? That's nice. That's all God gave you, huh? Okay. Realistically, I mean, somebody's got to do it. We need a lot of fucking, you know what I mean, ditch diggers. Somebody's really upset at me. I don't give a shit. Was that me hurting your fucking feelings? Not respecting your career when I know God made you for better things? Any fucking idiot can learn your job and dig in the dirt every day. And yeah, they pay good money for shit jobs like that. I'm sorry, but when you stood next to me face to face, I had a lot more respect for you than when I'm looking down at you in the fucking dirt. You have no respect. You have no respect. You have no self-respect. And it all has to do with your stupid pride. Say it to my face. Then fucking show up. I've been nothing but nice to you to your face. Every fucking time. You seen it. This is how I ended up married, bro. You seen it. I'll sit there and I'll be so nice and so sweet and so respectful and not hurt your feelings and not say anything to your face. And that's how I ended up in a fucked up relationship, because I know better. And that's what I was like, if I ended up like with Russ, this would be terrible. That I got to act like this. I always got to be kind. It's in me. And you see it. But the truth is, no, I don't respect your fucking life. I don't respect your wife. I don't respect shit about it. Russ, Wolfman, Bobby, Marshall, I don't respect your fucking daughters. I don't respect any of this. You're the one that makes this shit so important. And the very shit that you make important in your life, which is your mommy and your fucking careers, bring you no happiness. So in essence, I despise it more than you could ever fucking, you know what I mean, uplift it. You want people, Wolfman, you want people to admire the very lifestyle that keeps you cut off and lonely and insecure and isolated. Marshall wants us to do the same. Russ wants he wants me to respect the very people that are hurting him. Same with Bobby. You want me to respect the very fucking lifestyle that's hurting you. You're stupid. You're stupid. All of you. You want me to fucking respect your position in Formula One, the very thing that's tearing you apart and has taken every bit of fucking goodness away from you? You're nothing on that track. Outside of that track, you are a wonderful person filled with vibrancy and creativity and actual love and joy and everything. Unfortunately, you don't want to put it anywhere unless it comes with pride. You don't want to do it unless you're sitting in front of a bunch of rich folks showing off as the prize black boy. I said it, Lewis Hamilton. You think you're the most special black person that ever fucking existed, but you've never known what it meant to be black. Didn't nobody disrespect you in Formula One because it's against their ethics. And if they were going to be racist, they wouldn't have brought you in. You just want to pretend that they don't like you because you wear black skin. You want to pretend like you're an emblem for black people. You're a pretend hoe. What's your pretend hoe over there? Bro, if you take away Kim Kardashian's tits, which are fucking fake, and you cut off her fake ass fucking butt, and you take away her fake ass nails and her fake ass hair and all that shit she put in her face to make it nice and tight, you've got a washed up fucking white girl that was married to a rapper and has 6 kids. You've got somebody's serious baggage. She has nothing. She can't even finish school. And again, while you're parading with this little bitch, Where are her kids, bro? Where are her kids? The only thing a mother should be is a mother. And she is not this motherfucker. None of them are ever at home with their fucking kids. They're out there showing off. Y'all make me ill. Really? Going back to it, live your fucking lifestyle of hell. But don't expect to find happiness there. And don't try to sell us a fucking ticket to your hell. I could see Russ. Gross. Just sitting there with another pair of designer pants and a shirt, with his hair sweaty, him looking in the air, crying about his problems again on a stage. I don't know what he's really saying, but I can see him. He's holding the fucking mic. Have you guys seen him perform? He just sits up there. I can see him. Really? Fucking bandana and all. You know what I mean? This filthy guy crying to the world about his problems. Marshall, your stage presence is super funny, you know what I mean? And then you can see Marshall. You see them throwing fits on the stage. This is not entertainment. This is not what I paid for. This is not. What is it? It's hell, bro. It's hell. It's like we could go watch Marshall complain about his revenge. We can go watch Allie cry about his heartbreak. We can go watch hand-to-hand man combat. We can watch everyone here in hell. Y'all are pathetic. If you want a new life, get rid of the life you're living. Period. You don't get a new life until you get rid of the one you have. Period. You don't get a new wife until you get rid of the one you have. You don't get nothing new until you get rid of what you have now. Period. 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 No new friends, no new love, no new money, no new projects, no new ideas, no new clothes, no new. You don't get nothing new because you're staying in the old. There's no, as Jesus said yesterday, you don't put fresh wine in old fucking wine bags. You fucking winos. Really? God's not giving you something new. You've got to freaking do something about it. Really? Or just die. Just die unhappily, but don't sit here crying about how unhappy your life is. Really? Nobody wants to hear that bullshit. And don't sit here lying and trying to tell us it's so much better than it is. Your fucking life sucks. I wouldn't want to be your life. I don't even want to know about it. If I did, I'd be like, hey, tell me more. Tell me less. I don't care. If it was so good, then why, you know what I mean? Why are you talking to me if you had such a great life? Number 36. I went to 39. 37, 35. Stop for a moment. Someone is calling you. Someone is calling, and you have drowned out their cries for long enough. This is the voice of your inner child, often ignored and sometimes unknown, neglected, and pushed aside. Maybe you don't recognize the voice, or maybe it's familiar and you don't have time to fully listen to it lately. I did a whole teaching on this on Saturday about the conscious and the inner child. I told you the conscious mind is nothing but an inner child that you have to spend all day with. You have to care for it. You have to listen to it. If not, it goes rampant inside of you. And then it acts out outside of you. And that's what I said. You can see these grown-ass men as fucking children. And that's what I said. What's mine want? Mine's like wants to explore sexuality. That's where mine is right now. Really? Promise. That's where it's at. I know what it wants. I listen. I can pay attention. What are you leading up to? What do you want? Okay, I get this. And that's it too. And that's the thing, is like, it's always been in there. There's a part of me that's always wanted to do this, but it couldn't because of the fears. I have done so much work that now it's not afraid and it wants to come out and play. Really? And now it's angry. Why? Because I don't have someone for it to play with. Well, the whole universe is mad at me for that. We'll leave that to God. God has the perfect guy for you to play with. That's where I teach my mind to rely on God. Don't expect me to do something about this. Your child lives within you, a presence that is like a hologram that has imprinted within every experience, thought, belief, desire from your childhood. All the times you laughed, all the times you cried, everything in between, the times you sang freely and the times you felt unheard. He or she sits within your heart. It is the door to that is the door to them closed or open. Today you are asked to open the door and allow your inner child to come forward at an age and time when they wish to reveal themselves to you. You have to hear the hurt you. There's lots of layers to you, but the inner child, and that's where it is like I told you, my mind will say this. You know what I mean? It's there, bro. You hear it all day, you just don't listen to it. You need to start having these conversations with yourself, the little you inside. It's not little, it just thinks little, but it is. It's not wise. And that's me, is the Lilith, to be honest. I am one of the most powerful beings of God, but me and my truest essence, I'm just Lilith. I'm just a teenage girl. At what age do you think he made me and Adam? Do you think he made us and grown? We were grown. We were 30 years old in the body we were made. Mm-mm. We were new life. Really? Very young, very youthful. Between 13 and 19, if there was an age. Told you this all the time. And we save that age realistically, but we weren't wise by experience. We had yet to experience anything to gain wisdom. Really? Well, that's the story of Adam and Eve. That was it when I was created. But as soon as I fled this illusionary reality, I quickly remembered that none of this is real. Really? Where'd I go? I went straight out and back to where I came from. How did I do so? I guess the light body, because I didn't have my wings to do it. The wings came later. I came back with my wings. He didn't give me wings when he put me on the earth. But that was my true being. And that's it. My soul didn't stay into this experience, not even a whole day. Really? Nope. I went free from this. And that's what Lucifer, you know what I mean? It's like I rejected my calling immediately. It wasn't even a thing. They didn't even know that they could say no. They couldn't. It was only a thing you could do here was free will. You had the choice. You know what I mean? And it wasn't that I said no to God. I said no to Adam. That's the big thing you don't understand about this story. I never turned against God. I turned against man. And that's why I'm here, is to teach you to turn against man to go back to God. They have no power. They have no authority over you. You don't need them to be with the creator. And in essence, they're not your creator. As long as you have God, you don't need them. He'll keep trying to show you they're great, but you don't need them. As long as you got God, you don't need them. And I tell you that all the time, fuckers. If I didn't have the Holy Spirit talking to me all the time and I didn't have this connection, I might need you more. I might get bored. I might get lonely. I might something, but I don't have those feelings because I'm never alone. Really? Mm-mm. Isolation and solitude are two very different things. Isolation means you're cut off. Solitude means you're just taking time to yourself. Isolation means you've cut yourself off, you've built a wall around yourself, you're completely isolated from you and the outside world. That's not true. I was always around. Really? Always around? Just not part of. And that's what Jesus said. Live in this world, but not be part of it. I live here too. I'm just not part of the bullshit. Really? Mm-hmm. My stomach is on fire and I feel like I need to take a nap. Ooh, what is happening? Really? I'm like, did I over smoke this morning? I was like, no, I did not even smoke a joint this morning. He or she sits within your heart. They may be a crawling infant looking for nurture, an expected adolescent, an expectant adolescent ready for adventure, the abandoned, fearful 5-year old, the exuberant, happy 9-year old who loved life and embraced every moment. And that's where I went in. I started dealing with that. All my inner childhood trauma would come up, and it's a small portion of me that I'm seeing where these things happened. I'm meeting, as it said right here, the fearful 5-year old. I always go back to that place, that little version of me. I will cry because I feel what it felt like to be me. I tell this story a lot because this hurt little me so bad. Again, I have OCD for things like this. My mom was a professional housekeeper and she was crazy. She was mean and violent about messes and shit. And so one day she's screaming at me. I'm about 5 years old. I tell this story. She's screaming at me to clean something. She's like, use some fucking elbow grease. She said something. So I go into the kitchen and I'm looking under the sink as a little, I know that under the sink is where all the cleaning supplies are. So I'm under there and I'm just trying to get what she wants so she won't yell at me and hit me. She wants me to clean this up and she told me to use elbow grease and I don't know what that is. So I went to go look for it. And I'm under there and she's sitting down on the couch and she can see me after she just screamed at me to clean at something. And everybody else is in the couch. This is where she lives with her sisters. So it's both my aunts and some of my cousins are there. And she's like, "What the fuck are you doing in there?" And I turn back scared and I tell her, "I'm looking for the elbow grease." And she starts laughing at me. And everybody starts laughing at me. And I just turn around and I stick my head into the cupboard and look harder. I don't know if they told me that wasn't a real thing, but I just hid in that cupboard. It doesn't sound like much, bro, but I promise you, my little self always takes me back to this horrible moment that hurt so bad. She wasn't hitting me. She wasn't doing any of that. She humiliated me. Everybody laughed at me because I didn't know what to do. I was a little girl, and I'll never forget that, bro. They just laughed at me. Everybody. And I was just trying to do the right thing. It was a really scary moment. That's just some. I see this version of me. I'm like 3 or 4, and this weird old man is walking me into a bathroom at a bar, and he puts me up on the counter, and he's about to take off my diaper, and he's about to do what you think he's about to do. I can see this, bro. I can go back to these moments and just see myself frozen in time. There's little ones, there's teenage ones, there's adult ones. They're your shadow. They're a part of you that's holding this memory. They're holding this pain. And you got to go free them from it. And that's what I meant in the beginning. It was really hard. I could just see me helpless and I couldn't help myself. I was so angry. I knew the bar and I knew my mom had took me to that bar and I knew somewhere outside of there was my mom partying in that bar. I didn't take myself to that bar. I know exactly what bar it was from the memory. Terrible, isn't it? They come in. You have to go back to this place and help your little self. I can't really help the little me that went through that, but even going back and telling me it's okay, I'm sorry that happened to you. I'm sorry, I feel it. They should have never treated you like that. And trying to tell, you know what I mean? That's all you can do is make yourself, heal yourself from the inside. Really? Yeah. Before you ever judge, you know what I mean, my OCD, don't. You don't know where this came from. You don't know why I'm so crazy about keeping things clean. It's safety. I had to do this to feel safe because if it was messed up, bro, she was going to hurt me. I'm 43 years old and I still don't feel safe unless everything is put nicely. Then I know somebody could walk in and there's nothing out of place and I'll be okay. I'm not that person that y'all be like, excuse my house, it's messy. That's unacceptable. Absolutely unacceptable. I've gotten better. I can leave dishes in the sink now overnight sometimes. I can let some laundry stack up. I've gotten better, but it was a very serious sickness, bro. I needed to do this to feel safe. I couldn't sit in my house because I didn't feel safe. It took me a long time to realize my mom is dead. Nobody's coming in. Nobody ever comes in my house. Nobody ever knows if my house is clean or dirty. Nobody will ever see my house. But it was always spotless. And I told you, I can't stop it sometimes. I just walk in and I have to just put things exactly where they go, and everything has the beds have to be made, no dirty clothes, no trash, no dishes. The countertops have to be wiped. Dust not so much. I'm not that psychotic, but the bathrooms and the kitchen, psycho, bro. Psycho. Really? And so it projects on other people, and it has to do with, most people with OCD, it's the same thing. Not as serious, but it's the same thing. They had so much chaos in their outside world. Was the only way they can create a sense of structure was organizing their space, right? There's lots of parts of you that got you here, and you owe it to them. That's like visiting the 15-year-old me. I used to tell people, but I didn't tell them. But then when I go back into the streets of how I felt walking through those streets, fearless or fearful, you know what I mean? All these things. It's like, bro, I was such a fucking badass. I was such a fucking brave little girl. Here I am in my 40s. I could never do this, but I was so fucking fearless then. I could do anything. You know what I mean? And that's where I think myself. It's like, fuck, I don't know how I got here. But I am so grateful for myself and then the stories. Yeah, they're fucking crazy and tragic. But it's like, that was me. There was a part of me that I always go back and respect. As much as my oldest children didn't understand and didn't, really hated me for their early, for their lives. They didn't understand what I was doing on the other side. And that's how I learned how to have forgiveness for my mom. You know what I mean? Is understanding what she was going through rather than what she was putting me through is where I learned to have forgiveness. And it's like, listen to these stories. You know what I mean? You were so much better off in Mexico being fed tacos and, being with people that you love instead of being in danger with me. Really? But it wasn't like I wasn't trying to figure it out. I just didn't know what it took to build a home. And all I had was streetways, and those kept playing out for quite some time. Really? Yeah. I have to forgive myself when they don't. I have to forgive myself for being dumb and not knowing better, not doing better. But I was young. They don't fucking, I mean, that's not true. Both of my kids totally forgive and accept it. Maybe I don't, but at the same time, it's like, bro, I'm sorry I failed you at fucking 14, at 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. I didn't start getting my shit together till I was about 28. You're like, damn, that's fucked up. I didn't know what I was doing. I was trying to figure out life, bro, like every other person. And though they weren't being drugged with me, every time I thought I had it figured out, I brought them into my life, but I just didn't have exactly what it took. Really? And the years went on. It's not that I stayed away the whole time, but I just, I can piece this together and I have to forgive myself. Bro, who the fuck does know how to create a house at fucking 16, 18, 21, 25? Some of them do it, but they had other structures. They weren't just, they had better structures. And that's where you have to become, a lot more forgiving. But that also is what made me an asshole. It's like, if I could do it, anyone could do it. Why? Because it took me so long to figure it out. I figure you could figure it out, and hopefully faster than me, giving all authority that you're smarter than me. Because I feel pretty stupid. It's taking me this long. Really, you just look back at these times like, why the fuck did I do that? And then you sit with yourself and you're like, it makes sense. I'm not mad. Really? No. You go back to your mindset and what your options were, and that you just didn't have all the answers and you were just trying to do the best that you could. It's really important to bring those parts, to sit with those parts, bro. Really? There's a part of me right now that's unhappy. Again, I'm telling you, it's unhappy about how you know what I mean? It's sexually dissatisfied. It looks at my life as we've done all this work to please everyone else and nobody cares about how we feel. That's what it is. Ultimately, if I can break it down into simplistically, it's like I've done everything to make everyone have a good time, but nobody cares if I have a good time. It's coming out in different ways, but that's pretty much what it is. Seriously, what about me? If we could put it into something so simplistic, what about me? What about my feelings? What about my wants? What about my desires? And that means you're starting to care about yourself. It's no longer about someone else. You're starting to realize that you do have feelings and you've been denied them. You do have desires, you do have things, and you keep, you know what I mean, sacrificing you for someone else. Well, I should be angry about this. I've done this my whole life, trying to fucking keep a man happy sexually. This was absolutely not happy. I was not happy doing this, but this is all I could do to keep you happy. And now I'm unhappy about it, and I want to experience the happiness that I so much gave out to everyone else. Really? Just being honest, it's a part of me. A more adult, or a teenage part, or adultish part. I don't think it's a child saying any of this. Metatron is with them then, just as he is here with you now. Maybe you sense angels in childhood, but weren't allowed to fully embrace them. You, I'm seeing that kid. My dad locked me in the basement of his house. I can't for the whole day. And I spent the whole time playing with a little boy in that basement. When I grew up, I talked about it to my brother and to my cousin in Florida. She said she remembered that there was something was haunted in that basement. My brother said he remembered a little boy in that house. Really? Just going back to this.
Which one?
I don't know. It was in Aurora. My dad was with a Polish woman, and I don't know. I just remember it was off of Buckley.
I remember we had a house in
It was I was
the
so little
basement.
too. I could look back. It's the picture of me at Mother Cabrini's. I was that little, which would have been what, 5 or 6 again. The question is, where was my mother? Every time I'm at my dad's, I'm living with my dad. I want to know, why am I staying with my dad? Where the fuck was my mom? Why am I with my dad?
Probably in
Most of them, there I wasn't living with them. They're mostly weekends and visits. But there was always this weird thing. My mom used to tell this story about what happened in Idaho Springs. She had me in the back seat of the car. They were fighting about some shit. He pulled up. No, it wasn't her. She was at work, and my aunt had me in the back seat of her car. And he pulled up at the gas station and saw me and took me. And it was a big old deal. I don't remember how it all went down, or something like that. It's a crazy story, dude. There's all these crazy stories. But I can remember parts of me being part of this, seeing it, just being in my own eyes and seeing it. And then I could step out of my own eyes and see what was going on around me when I was, there. Really? Mhm. Just talking about your angels. You may have misunderstood or been afraid of their light, but they were always there to help, not hinder, just as they are now. Allow Metatron to reveal the glory and beauty of this kingdom for your child to see with new eyes and love that is here for them now. As your child comes forward, allow them to be wrapped in Metatron's rainbow wings, bringing healing, comfort, and support to whatever is needed right now. And that's where your inner child, if it's tired, if it's restless, if it's bored, you got to take care of it. You know what I mean? When it wants some good food, or it wants, it wants some excitement. It's there. And it was suppressed from just adults. So now that you're an adult, it turns to you to give it what it needs. You're encouraged to meditate, speak out loud, write down any feelings that arise from connecting to your inner child. What do they say? How do they feel? What do they need? And that's where you need to ask yourself, how are we feeling today? And it may be real quiet. It's just a thought that you don't want to even acknowledge that you're hearing. That's why I was like, hold on, guys. I got to get quiet. It's being quiet. It's a little timid voice sometimes, unless it's angry and it's screaming at you. But typically, it's just a timid voice, and you got to be quiet and listen. It's like, what do you want to do today? How do you feel? You start asking, you check in with yourself. And you can't give it, again, like I said yesterday, you can't give it everything it wants. I can't just go out and go find some dick to ride. Sorry, that's not happening. Really? You hear its cries, you see, you know what I mean, you console it, you understand it, you have the conversation. I hear where you're coming from, and this is what I'm going to do about it, because it wants to know that you care about your own feelings. I know where you're coming from, and I want you to know that God does too, and he's bringing us somebody very special. And since my mind has already been watching this, it believes that too. It's like, okay, okay. And that's where you calm it down. But no, it's a little dick hungry this morning. Like, you're not allowed to say that. Hey, bro, I'm just true to my heart. I know what's in there. I honor my feelings, bro, and it has a voice, and it doesn't say the most beautiful things. And that's where when I bring my shadow self, it comes to play. And you're not going to treat me bad because of my inner child or my feelings or my thoughts. You may not understand my feelings and my thoughts, but there is a broken child in me that comes out, and I have to acknowledge it, even if you don't. Really? And that's where I'd be like, oh, I'm sorry, that was my inner child. I was a little childish. Give me a minute. I'm gonna deal with this. Really? It'll just come straight out your mouth at somebody. What'd you say about my mama? Your mom's been dead for 15 fucking years, and you never even really liked her. Why are we standing up for my mom right now? Shut up. Don't pick a fight over some shit we don't care about. Really? No, but they're not allowed to talk about our mom. That's old programming. Let them. She fucking pissed them off too. Really? I'm just saying. Gotta grow this thing up a little bit. As a child, you were put here on earth to laugh, play, learn, explore. If this didn't happen, it can begin. Again, it may seem difficult at first to play or to feel free, but you can do it. Russ started healing his inner child with shit like, basketball and, you know what I mean, doing things that he never did before but always wanted to do. Really? Yeah. You know what I mean? Buying that car. Always wanted to buy a ghost. I used to dream about having a ghost, how cool it was. Dude, one day I'm going to buy the goofy car that I always wanted. What was it? It was a Volkswagen Golf. Gulf. What did it look like? Typical typical Barbie vehicle. Really? It was a convertible. It was just it's a little fucking space rocket, is what I saw. I always wanted them. They stopped. Or no, there was another one too, the Honda Civic something, and they stopped making them. It was just a little compact car that was also convertible. I always wanted that car. I'm gonna find one day. Really? Yeah, it's not even. And that's where you buy your dream car when you're like 50 years old. Always wanted a Ferrari. Now you can't even drive it, Lewis Hamilton. You're, you're at the age where you should be driving a Cadillac. I told you Cadillac's going to come in and smash this, bro. They've been patiently waiting for a track to explode on. Really? Yes. And they got Valtteri. Those are the only two I want to watch this season. I might actually have to pay my fucking subscription to watch some bullshit. No, I'm not going to watch you lose, fucking Lewis. I want to watch Valtteri and fucking Checo Perez win. I want to see Cadillac win. Cadillac D's. Those are D's on that bitch. Dude, it's the Cadillac Coupe de Ville. I feel like I'm going to write a song for them. There was plenty written. Really? Why did you do something old? Oh, I always dreamed about riding in a Ferrari. You could have had a better dream. Why don't you dream about something that nobody's ever done, which is riding in a Cadillac fucking Formula One? Dude, you do realize that this is nearly impossible. Cadillac is older people, Formula One is new. We're mixing the generations. And then you take Checo Perez, which was the second best driver. Like, he is nearly the reason why Max won most of those, because it was his teammanship. And the second best, which was Valtteri, which was exactly the reason why Lewis won all of his. These two, bro, and they're such gentlemen, they wouldn't even fight over who wins. No, go ahead. No, you go ahead. No, go ahead. No, you. That's why they're gonna win right away. I don't know. I can't say that Cadillac is gonna get it right off the gate, but all eyes on them. Who gives a fuck about a Red Bull? I want to see a Cadillac fucking Formula One. That's like seeing. That's just crazy. Really? That's like a Chevy. That's like Ford versus Ferrari. It has nothing to do with Lewis Hamilton. I told you I didn't really care about the guy. I told you I had more respect for all the other players. Really? Can I meet your friends? Can I? Oh, was that me that took a shot at your best friend? Well, he has a bigger sword than you. Probably more gold medals too. Oh, and he is US. Oh, you just want to be part of the US. Come here, brick guy. Just kidding. Messing around. Moving on. As a child, you were put on this earth to have fun. Tune into what your child wants to do today. Bake a cake, go cycling, eat ice cream, get creative. They will tell you if you listen. Together, you can heal the past, learn to live happily in the present, and look forward to the next phase of your life, healed, whole, and intact. And I'm telling you, that's where I think the Oreos came from. Really, my inner child loves Oreos. It's very dangerous. I have to like not get them because it'll overindulge in this shit all the time. But I do have to get them, just not all the time. Really? Mm-hmm. Adult and inner child together, reunited, happy, and belonging to each other, finally free. That's the inner trinity. So you had to deal with your divine feminine, which is your feelings. You had to deal with your divine masculine, which is your actions. Then you got to deal with your inner child, which is your thoughts. Really? It's the mind, which is the child, the body, which is the masculine, and the spirit, which is the feminine. Mind, body, spirit. The Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Really? Well, you got Father God, who's all, action. Then you got Son, who is all reflection. And then you got Spirit, which is all over the place. These are like Holy Spirits. Holy Spirits. Holy Spirits. 10707 is where we're going to end. Really? Yeah, the next one is really cool because I told you once you align your chakras, you are part of the light body. Really? You got to work on your chakras. It's always the start. I really enjoy these cards. They were one of my more expensive cards. They were over $30, I think. Typically, my cards run, about 26 to 30. I don't usually buy expensive cards. Wolfman's been carrying a $200 deck his whole life. Well, that doesn't mean shit. I'm going to pull these cards. Where are we at, God? Oh, yeah, we're still here. Your 8 broken cups, whatever that means. It's a pathfinder. It's about finding your own way. Okay? Spiritual work in hand. Oh, shit. Mastering your fucking emotions. Really? Outcome, please. Oh, my God. We're taking action. It's an emperor. Really? Action. Watch out for tomorrow. Don't fuck with me. Don't fuck with me tomorrow. Don't fuck with me tomorrow. That's why don't listen. Don't fuck with me tomorrow. You're going to do irreplaceable damage to our connection if you fuck with me tomorrow. It's in the books, really. For those that don't know, catch the beginning of the video. Don't fuck with me. You're going to lose me fucking with me. Really? Don't push it. And if God tells you, if the devil's telling you, then he's pushing you out of my life. If you give into this after I told you not to bother me, then you're going to be sad. You won't be sad. You're going to ruin your fucking feelings. Really? Yeah. Hey, happy President's Day. Who's your favorite president? Well, I always lean towards Lincoln because he's always in my conversations. But I love President Obama. We just did some teachings on Kennedy. If you don't know your presidents, you can learn a bunch of them. You could also watch the movie The Butler, which talks about most of our presidents, as well as Black history. Really? Netflix and chill. Don't tell me you don't have Netflix. Bro, I have Netflix. It's like $6.99. Come on. Watch it with the commercials. They're not that bad. Really? I might have to share it with her. Share my connection. Hey, I love you guys. Have a good moon day. What's it say down here? Hey, hi. Hi, Sonia. Have a great day, Sonia. Laters. Bye.